We got breaking news in the NFL, ladies and gentlemen, and it is up there. The New York Giants, according to Adam Schefter, have signed quarterback Russell Wilson. And right after that, Adam Schefter reports that Stefon Diggs is going to sign with the New England Patriots. Y'all know we're going to talk about it all and break it down right after this.
Welcome to your number one spot for all NFL news and content, NFL Central.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back into another episode of NFL Central, your number one spot for everything NFL. It's crazy. As soon as I hit the door, news drop. And they was like, Bobby, let's go. So we right here with it. So if you tuned in with us, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell as well. It is being reported from Adam Schefter that the Giants and Russell Wilson have agreed to a one-year deal worth up to $21 million, including a $10.5 million guarantee. Now, this is what we've been talking about around the league with teams waiting on certain players. And the Giants, after bringing in Jameis Winston, they go out there and improve their quarterback room and add another face in there with Russell Wilson. Me personally, I think it's a solid move for the sake of the team. It does bring a little bit into question to see what the hell was going to happen in the draft for the New York Giants. But when you talk about Russell Wilson, I thought that he had a solid season. I'm not going to say good or bad, but I'm going to say that it was a solid season last year with the Pittsburgh Steelers. And what the Pittsburgh Steelers look like they want to do is wait on Aaron Rodgers. Hey, their prerogative. If you listen to the show, you already know. I think it's absolutely stupid, but hey, to each his own. But I think this is a good move for the New York Giants, especially if you don't feel as high on some of these quarterbacks that's coming through the draft. After Cam Ward, after Shedeur Sanders, how do teams really feel about this this draft with the quarterbacks that's currently in there? Me personally, I thought that signing Jameis Winston will give the New York Giants some flexibility to go out there and grab a guy like a Jackson Dart if they wasn't so high on guys like Shedeur Sanders. But there was some rumblings and some rumors during the draft that he came off as a bit arrogant, as that was being said from an anonymous offensive coach who probably sat down with him. And this kind of pivots to, was it the Giants? This kind of pivots to, was this the Giants? And I think it's a solid move for the Giants. You know what I'm saying? I really thought that they should have went out there and signed a quarterback in a rookie class, but it seems like they just trying to buy themselves a little bit more time and see what can happen. Because if we keeping it a buck, they are behind within their own division. It's not like they're going to be able to become a playoff team, especially when you got the Commanders right there who has improved, even though you've seen them in the NFC Championship this past season, and then the Eagles who won the damn championship within your own division. So you behind two teams. Now you right there stuck in the mud with the Dallas Cowboys. I would argue that the Giants at least look a little bit more better than the Cowboys with some of the moves that they made, but they both lay in the same tier, and that's below everything else in the NFC. For real, for real. But I think it's a solid move for Russell Wilson, a one-year deal on up to $20 million. Not necessarily bad for a team like the Giants. And then with the Giants bringing on a guy like Russell Wilson, you get to add him to a room with Jameis Winston, which could pretty much cost you about $14 million this season, 14 and a half. I say it's not a bad move, but I still am going to be trying to figure out what's next for the organization, because yes, Russell Wilson is going to be able to be in there and play for a year because that's what you signed him to. But what after that? It comes back to the same discussion I had about the Pittsburgh Steelers and them absolutely being naive to what the hell is transpiring or what's taking place within your own organization. But I will say this, now at number 3, it looked like They could pretty much go with the hell, go whatever way that they want to go with in this draft, and doesn't necessarily have to say, hey, if Shador Sanders is here, we have to take him. Does this move make it seem like they might not have a chance at a Shador Sanders? Maybe. They are number 3. Um, or maybe they just don't like him. You know what I'm saying? Well enough to take them that high, and they might be trying to pivot in other ways, because I believe the Browns should be trying to look at Shador Sanders as well because of what their situation is with Deshaun Watson. But hey, not a bad couple signings for the New York Giants, and it is what it is. It is what it is. So we'll see what happens with that. In other news, they got to talking about the New England Patriots signing wide receiver Stefon Diggs to a 3-year, $69 million deal with $26 million guaranteed. And now with Stefon Diggs in the wide receiver room for the New England Patriots, you add him to a wide receiver room that includes Mac Hollins, Kendrick Bourne, Pop Douglas, Jalen Polk, and Kayshawn Booty. Or is it Boot? Or is it Boot?
Or Boudet, or whatever.
Hey, bro, it's a little French with it. Steve O joined us, man. Before we get into the Stefon Diggs stuff, what you think about the move with Russell Wilson?
Giants just continue to be stupid. I don't see why you just didn't go ahead and draft you a quarterback. Even in, like, if you're not sold on this class of quarterbacks, which is understandable. Even though I feel like when it comes down to it, I feel like they're kind of underdevaluing the quarterback class this year, because they true quarterbacks. Like, these dudes ain't somebody that's in the past few years freak arm, freak athleticism. They did they grimy work, and they did their dirt work in the pocket. So the fact that they're the ones with the most questions from the past few years is questionable to me. But y'all should be trying to get one of these two young quarterbacks. That's just my opinion. You shouldn't be trying to go get a Russell Wilson who's not doing anything of significance that's going to transcend or do anything for you. Like, unless this is just I don't know per se. He's going to be here till we find our guy, I guess. But still, you still get him decent money. Like, but it's a 1 year deal as well. But $21 million for Russell Wilson, I'm just not doing it.
Yeah, it's just one of those moves to where it's like, bro, I get it. Your quarterback room did improve, but after the 1 year with Russ, then what? Is my question. Like, it's the same thing when we talk. Well, at least when I spoke on the Pittsburgh Steelers, yes, you could wait on Aaron Rodgers, but then what? You still gonna be right back in this same position around the same time next season. So
Mm-hmm.
what it's just, it is what it is. I think they just trying to buy themselves a little bit more time. I don't necessarily know if they feeling a little bit more better about maybe other guys. You know what I'm saying? You seen guys like Tyler Show name come up, and maybe if somebody take a chance on him and develop him right, you might have a shot. And then Jalen Milroe, not a big fan of that guy, even though I think he athletic as hell. And Will Howard from Ohio State, I'm like, okay, and then Quinn Ewers and Dylan Gabriel. So it's just like, yeah, the class is pretty thin this draft compared to the last few years. But if you believe in Brian Dabo as a head coach, wouldn't you try to get a Shador Sanders, a Jackson Dart? Because I thought, before we move on, I thought that the Jackson Dart um, I feel like there could have been some interest there if you wasn't really sold on Shador Sanders. I thought that could have been something, and
Mm-hmm.
Jameis Winston could have allowed a guy like Jackson Dart to just sit behind him. I know it ain't the best person you wanted to sit behind, but Jameis Winston, and you let me know how you feel about it. I think Jameis Winston is a good ass locker room guy. He gonna go out and ball, but when it get tight in the fourth quarter, he gonna fumble the bag. You just know that's what it's gonna be. But you allow Jackson Dart at least a little bit of time if that was a guy. But it looked like they saying to hell with all that. What you think about that take right there?
It's anything better. It's a better idea than what they went for it. Like, I just don't see the reasoning behind this. Like I said, I'd rather you just ran it out with Jameis if you was gonna do this shit. Like honestly, like you just spending unnecessary money just to spend it for what? What is this gonna do? I mean, to me, this is like it really just it's like a sign just to piss your fans off some more.
For sure.
Like that's how I looked at it. Like it's not gonna do anything of significance. Like there is like it's not like he's gonna be here for the long haul for a mentorship. It's not that. I don't get their mindset. Like their mindset is just weird. Like if I'm sitting here and I'm playing for this organization, I'm like, bro, what are y'all doing? Like I don't get the mind frame that y'all trying to come at us with.
Yeah, I agree with that. It is a little weird, and it's gonna be that's why going down to the draft is gonna be very, very interesting to see how they pivot or how do they make their selections. Maybe they not too sold on some of the top guys that's in the some of the top guys that are out there, and maybe they have some type of fear of Cleveland probably snatching somebody up over them. But hey, it just seems like this front office continues to do stupid shit.
Then trade up.
Hey, it is what it is. But we broke down that Stefon Diggs signing to the New England Patriots. Steve-O, with Stefon Diggs going over there to the New England Patriots, it looked like the New England Patriots trying to compete. Stefon Diggs was signed. Milton Williams was signed. Harold Landry was signed. Carlton Davis was signed. Safety Marcus Epps. They got a right tackle with Morgan Moses. I think that's the guy that was with Pittsburgh last season. And pretty much damn near their best O-line. Mac Hollins, Joshua Dobbs. They got a couple other guys in the trenches and stuff like that. But what you think about the move for Stefon Diggs to the Patriots? 3 years, 69 million, 26 million guaranteed.
It's a little steep, but I don't mind the move over there. They definitely needed a better wide receiver core or addition to that core that they have over there. It makes that room more of a room now. I think now, before then, it was just some shit they put together with some decent talent. But to get a former legitimate ex coming in, yes, he's coming off an ACL, but still, I like I said, it would have been a great deal to me if they just paid him less. I feel like they paid him a lot high to be coming off an ACL, but I like the fit.
For
But
sure.
I also kind of question it. Is that the type of quarter wide receiver you want to put with a young QB?
Mm.
Especially what he's been labeled as and the rumors been going as the last two quarterbacks he's been dealing with. So,
I think that's a fair point. But I will look at the lens through Mike Vrabel just for a second. Because Mike Vrabel, when he was humming in Tennessee, he had dogs everywhere. And if you look at some of the signings, you got Milton Williams. You know he gonna be gritty. They overpaid for him. Hey, but they got the money to blow. Then you go get a Harold Landry. Then you go get a Carlton Davis. Then you go get guys up in the trenches like a Tonga, Kyrish Tonga. Yeah, I think he a pretty solid player that they bring in. So I think they trying to bring some toughness back into New England so they can go ahead and compete. Because if you're looking with just the AFC East, you're looking at the Dolphins, the Bills, and what's the fucking last team? The Jets. You got to go out there and be tough to compete with the Bills. I still think they probably a year behind that, but I don't think they too far off from competing with shit. I think they can right now. I think they look better than the Dolphins,
yeah, they do.
probably the Jets.
They do. And they still got a top pick. I like what's they pick? Six?
Yeah,
Five?
it's up there.
So like you could go sure up that O line, or they could go down and pick one of them. They can shore up that defense as well. So it's two ways they can go at it. But yeah, I think I like everything they've been doing over there. They've been making some solid moves, starting with even before they made the Mike Braver move. They made some solid moves, just realizing they going young, realizing they restarting, getting a young QB, and then therefore getting the players they got in this year, spending that money, and now like I said, this draft pick they really got to hit because this is one of their most important draft. This is where you got to walk out with at least 3 to 4 blue chippers.
For sure.
Because you already got some nice talent on your team already, so you got to kind of mix that together to start getting in that way. But yeah, they look better than teams like Miami and stuff like even the Jets. Like I don't the Jets look like compared to them.
Yeah, and New England picked at 4, bro. And they didn't spend
They
all
could get
these
a fucking
years
if they could get Abdul.
bro.
They can get Mason.
Oh my God. They can hey, I was about to ask you a question. What would a cornerback room look like with Gonzalez and Travis Hunter? I'm just saying that, and you already got Milton Williams who's gonna bring the pressure up the middle. I don't know how most people feel about Harold Landry, but I like him as a player. To your point, you can go wherever you want to go at 4 now. Literally. That shit'll be crazy.
It would be crazy. It's crazy. It's just as crazy as somebody in the comments trying to talk about my jacket where his profile is some nuts. And then I got Rico Iglesias' slow ass cousin up in this bitch in MCCs and looking like Maya and Miguel.
Oh, the real fuck. Come on now.
Don't get baked up in this motherfucker.
Y'all has to get baked. His ass coming fresh from under the latest whip. Stop playing with us.
Oh my mama. Oh bro.
Real.
Oh bro, get my oil ready.
Drain the engine pipe, motherfucker.
Oh my mama, hands black as hell.
Go flush your engine.
Oh my mama, that motherfucker just got off shit fixing the carburetor.
Out here trying to steal catalytic converters. I don't give a fuck about
and he's stealing Honda Civic taillights. Oh my mama.
Fuck you talking about? For real. But that shit, bro, it just opened it up for them guys to pretty much do whatever.
Opened a lot of people up. It opened the Bears up. It opened everybody behind them up. Like I think the Giants is the one. I think the Giants, them picking Russ, kind of that changed some shit up in this draft.
Yeah, because now Shador.
Well, I don't know what he
going to Vegas now?
He might drop some more. I'm hearing. I'm hearing Vegas not sold.
Damn.
I'm hoping so
how far you think he's gonna drop?
I gotta look at the mocks real quick.
We got you the mocks.
Start after us.
Well, you got San Francisco, Dallas, Miami.
Dallas might.
Oh my God.
Dallas might do that.
Oh my God.
I think that's something. I feel like, yeah, I'll be shocked if he get past 11.
That'll be nuts, bro.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Cause after that, nobody really need a quarterback.
Yeah, nobody needs a quarterback.
Unless you Indianapolis, but Shador in Indy? Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I mean, also, I'm hearing also there's rumblings is in the Saints camp. They thinking about trading Chris Olave. Yeah, they might trade up for a quarterback. They ain't say who though. And my cousin, he a Saints fan. He said here like, no, I don't want to trade Olave. I'm like, nigga, what the fuck you got to lose?
You better, hey, if he can fall to the Saints, I want to pair up with Kellen Moore if I'm Shador Sanders.
I do it too.
For real. I want to pair up with an offensive
I'm with the mindset of trading up for either of them. If you think if Kellen Moore think he can work with Cam Ward, do it. If you think he can work with Shador, do it.
Yeah, but I think Cam Ward going number 1 overall, bro.
Yeah, it's leaning that way.
Yoshi, I don't even pay attention to motherfuckers that don't put their real face in front of the camera because you see my face every single day. Get your bitch ass on. You don't know me, bro. Like, you don't know me. Me and MCCs, and we could joke around like this. But then after the jokes, your name is Roshi Yams.
With nuts as your profile picture.
With nuts as your profile picture. Get your bitch ass on, bro. I don't know you. You don't know me. Keep it calm. Fuck.
And this motherfucker look like Trae Young.
Oh, bro. Punk ass. Fuck you talking about?
Nigga got too comfortable with this bitch.
Oh, the real. Get too comfortable like a motherfucker won't bake your bitch ass to send you to who you belong to. Stop playing with her.
hasta la fuego. He said, "Do we have Mars? We actually have not gotten. Do we?
Yeah,
I
we
don't even
gonna
know we got that stat yet."
shit. We gonna get there. We gonna get that, gang. But hey, the moves been made in the NFL, man. Hey, we gonna see what's happening because it's gonna be very, very interesting.
I'm trying to figure
Going
out.
down.
This the main thing I'm looking for. Where the fuck is Keenan? Where Keenan going?
That's gonna be interesting. Hold on. That's gonna be interesting because I don't know. The Chargers picked up Mike Williams. They re-signed him back. Crazy work, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So V-Dog said, "What up, fellas? This Giants moves for Russ is stupid. In my opinion, I think this is all about Daboll's job security, bringing 2 quality vets. I don't see them being in the QB market for the draft coming up." That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Like I said, they doing weird stuff over there in New York, just like how they treated Saquon, just like how they overpaid Daniel Jones. Now it just seemed like this same GM, because it's still the same GM, I believe. You just trying to just do stuff just to do. That's crazy. That don't even make sense.
I ain't see what V-Dog said. What? Oh,
I just read it.
oh shit.
Yeah. But yeah, that shit crazy. That shit is crazy to me. We got a couple people with that chat. The one, what's the word, big dog? Lloyd, what's the word, my guy? He talking about, yo, Bobito. Maybe Sanders go to Pitt, trade with us, and we fleece their ass. Go ahead. Boy, you know how much capital it's going to cost them to trade up that far? Pittsburgh picking at 21. You trying to move up to 10? Oh, yeah. But shit, I don't even know.
Who?
Right, Will ain't got no money to get him up. Chicago
Who
broke
would
as
they
a joke.
move up? Who would they move up for 10 for?
That's what I'm saying. It don't even make sense. They Jay Capone said Shador. I'd rather him go to New Orleans, personally.
If I should do it, I'm vetoing the hell out of that. No, I
I'd
don't
rather
want to
go.
go. Nah,
The best destination for me, if Shador falls,
it's
is
Vegas.
you
I
said
say
who?
Vegas. I say Vegas.
Probably Vegas with Pete Carroll, and then second to be New Orleans for sure.
New Orleans. I mean, if okay, let me ask you this before we get up out of here. Is there is there any way this some bullshit, a smoke screen, and these niggas still gonna get Shador?
That'd be
Giants.
crazy. That'd be nuts.
I mean, it'd be stupid for just forking up $21 million for no reason.
Yeah.
But I can get it. It's 1 year deal. We don't know what the fuck gonna happen. But that don't make sense because he just got Jameis. So you gonna have 3 on the roster, 2 veterans.
Oh God, that's crazy. Yeah, that's some shit. But you don't have to have both of them to sit him Shador for a year. You still got Tommy DeVito.
I forgot they re-signed him.
You still and you re-signed him. So your point now is just even crazy because I didn't even think about it. You just signed him Muggs just to sign him, just to say we got a couple quarterbacks coming in here. That's crazy.
I don't know what Daboll doing over there.
Yeah.
Or to me, it don't look like Daboll got no control, bro. I don't feel like he got no control over.
He don't got no control, and real soon his ass about to be an OC. Once again,
should have came here, dog. But I'm
really
glad you didn't.
No, bro, because we got Ben now. It's busted,
bro. Oh, folks.
But hey, man, that's it from us, y'all. Just wanted to bring y'all that breaking news. We appreciate everybody that tuned in. Make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe to the channel before y'all roll out. Man, it's definitely about to be up for one as we get closer and closer. We under 30 days now before the NFL draft, and it's going to be a good one and interesting one. So make sure y'all stay tuned in and subscribe and turn your notification bell on. We appreciate you.